think this approach has got him back into a rhythm, dissing Drake, but that's been the topic of all his raps. If this is transitioning to album mode, he's hot as fish grease right now. He doesn't need to fumble the bag, because I haven't seen anybody this hot at one particular time in recent years since Jada did the verses against Dipset. So if Kendrick doesn't drop an album this year, I think that's going to be fumbling the bag.
This is about his album.
It's a rollout. I believe that too.
This is about his album.
It has to land, though. It has to land. That's the biggest thing at this point.
I think it will.
This is what I keep saying. Okay, so let's have a little legacy talk. Because here's how I feel about this. Well, the best ability is availability.
Right.
He's been available right now.
Mm-hmm.
But for the better part of the last 7 years, he has not been available.
Right.
But if we're going to do legacy, we got...
No, hold on, AG. That's not making me a hater. That's a fact. He's made one rap album in 7 years. One. In the last 7 years, he's made one rap album. And so this looks more like a revival to me than some sort of coronation. But the revival's not complete without the project that reflects it. And much like Ghostface, the standards for Kendrick are high. Mm-hmm. Maybe even higher than Ghostface according to the masses.
Oh, absolutely high.
And so understand the reason that I called that album so bad, and the reason that I think that album is so bad, well, go look at the 3 to 4 previous rap albums that he made and tell me that it's not a precipitous drop-off in quality of music that he made with his last project, which is the only project and piece of work that we have to go off the last 7 years. I'm not pivoting off of that because he won this battle. Now, does he deserve maybe to be bumped up some notches because he won this battle and kind of put himself in more of a number one position in terms of this generation? Absolutely. But does that make him one of the greatest MCs of all time? Necessarily in terms of cracking the top 10. Let me finish, AG, for real. Like, does that make him the number one? Does that make him the top 10 MC of all time? I don't think so necessarily, because none of those other guys had a 7-year run where they did shit like this, where there was only one project to speak of and the project was this poor. Nobody else that's in that conversation that he getting placed in has done that. Now, why is he getting a pass? Because
there is somebody who's in the conversation.
Not 7 years in this whack shit.
It is. We got to start telling the truth. If we holding Kendrick's feet to the fire, we got to do this. So two things real quick. I think that Kendrick, let me finish. Hold on. I think Kendrick is in a rhythm where he won this battle because he did a better Drake impression than Drake could do a Kendrick impression, right? He's making the hit records. He's making, conceptual joints. He's still spitting lyrically. He have, both fan bases in the palm of his hand. So if he's in album mode, he's in a good rhythm. But, to the 5-year break, we got to stop harping on that so much because it's been done. Look,
no, I didn't see that. No, you're not listening, AG. I said 7 years.
No one
album. It's been 7 now. It's 2024. Okay. It's not 2022 anymore, my G. It's 2024. And he's made one rap album in 7 years. Go show me the other top 10 MC. He's made one rap album in 7 years, and the shit is trashy like this.
Cool. You could be loud and wrong. So where do you got Rakim ranked at?
Okay, Rakim never made. Okay, so before you even go there,
I asked you where you got him ranked at. You're not answering the question. Where do you got him ranked at?
He's top 5. He's above Kendrick.
Did he slide because of his 5-year break?
No, because he came back with a quality project. The 18th letter is dope.
Nobody talks about the 18th letter. Let's be real. Nobody. We got to start telling some harsh truths. Nobody talks about the 18th letter. And our main beef with Kendrick is that he took those 5 years off in his prime. But what I got here is Kendrick was listen.
Listen. Letter is way better than Mr. Morale.
Listen,
like leaps and bounds better.
Not even close.
It's got the saga begins.
Listen.
Fuck all that. No, you're trying to downplay the 18th letter. It's been a long time.
It's not like it.
Premier. It's got The Saga Begins, produced by Pete Rock. Those two records are blowing everything out on Mr. Morale.
You know what covered it up? Because it had the greatest hits attached to it too. So we forget about how the new material sounded because it had the greatest hits. Like, we got to start telling the harsh truths about our legends sometimes. So Kendrick took his 5-year break from the age of 29 to 34, which we think is his prime. Rakim at 92, when Don't Sweat the Technique came out, and then the 18th Later came out in 97, he was 24 years old and came back at 29. Now, granted, back then, MCs had running back years. But if we going to like hold Kendrick to that standard, we got to hold Rod to that same standard.
Adriel, I don't think you understand.
Tell me why it's different.
No. I'm about to tell you exactly why it's different. When Rakim stepped away from the mic, he was widely considered to be the greatest MC of all time when he stepped away. Am I wrong, Sean?
He was.
Am I wrong?
But that's what we hold against Kendrick because he stepped away in his prime.
Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. Now say whatever you want to say about the 18th letter. When he came back, he showed lyrical capability and skills and talent and songs on that album that were worthy of his all-time great and greatest MC of all-time placement. That's why I'm bringing up It's Been a Long Time. The Saga Begins.
He wasn't better than an MC that dropped on that same day.
No, he wasn't better than 97 Hove, but that's not what we're talking about. You're trying to change the conversation. I'm saying that guy that left, when he left at number 1 all time. Kendrick didn't leave number 1 all time when he left. That's the first thing.
No.
Okay, so stop making the comparison. One guy, when he stepped away, was considered to be the greatest MC of all time.
Right.
So Kendrick ain't never been considered the greatest MC of all time. So
but
that's not
came after Rakim. The field got deeper after Rakim, though.
Would you let me finish and listen to what I'm saying? When Rakim came back, he showed traces of that guy. Where the fuck do you see traces of Good Kid, Mad City on Mr. Morale?
No, but we're seeing that now.
None of these records are good enough to make Good Kid, Mad City, Adriel. That's wild.
It not like us again. Make Good Kid, Mad City.
No, it cannot.
No.
God, no. Good Kid, Mad City is arguably Good Kid, Mad City is arguably the best rap album of the last 15 years. Hell no, that song's not good enough to
not
make
like
that
us
album.
won't make it. Not like us will be on the cutting floor.
Mama Single Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, Backseat Freestyle, Bitch You Don't Kill My Vibe, Money Trees, Master Splinter, Deranged Daughter, Real, Compton.
Not like us saying not like us, not like that. Trust me.
No.
Y'all hate on the West Coast for real.
No, I love the
West Coast. I'm running down all the names of the tracks on Good Kid, Mad City. Name the record that I said that record's fucking with.
Man, Not Like Us is hard. Y'all tripping. But
not fucking with anything on Good Kid, Mad City.
But here's the thing. But listen, but the whole thing with Rakim, you got to hold Rakim to the same standard that you holding Kendrick to because of the break. Because he took the break in his prime. So that's even more of an indictment. If you saying he stepped away as the greatest at that time and took a 5-year break, that's more, you arguing that point, but that's more of an indictment on Rod than it is on Kendrick.
Is the 18th letter better than Mr. Morale, AG? And was Rakim better than Kendrick when he left?
Why you act like you're thinking about that?
If the answers to both of those questions and yes, then I'm right.
The 18th letter got better records, like a handful of songs, but as an overall project, I don't think it's that far.
Hold up.
All right, name me your top 5 joints off the 18th letter. Go.
No. Hold on. No. You can't skip past the Mr. Morale. He asked Mr. Morale versus 18th letter. And you have to keep pondering on that. Like, what's that?
18th letter might be a little bit better, but the gap's not crazy.
The gap
18th letter wasn't. 18th letter wasn't like that. Y'all know it wasn't like that.
Okay,
Mr. Morale is not like that.
What's your top 5 joints on 18th letter? You can't name 5 joints off 18th letter.
Actually, yes, I can. I'm about to. Hold on. I'm about to actually. So I'll go in order of how I think that they rank. I think The Saga Begins by Pete Rock is the best song on the album.
That's dope.
I think It's Been a Long Time by DJ Premier is second. I think New York produced by DJ Premier is third.
But look what you're doing, Coop. Those caveats. You buy produced by Pete Rock, produced by DJ Premier, produced. You know what I'm saying? You're naming the producers for what is Rakim doing on these songs?
No. Hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm naming the producers because educationally and informationally, we may have some people who may not know who did those records because we may have people following us.
I see right through that BS, Coop. You ain't doing that.
You asked me to name the top 5 records.
I see through that BS. You ain't doing that.
Hold on. You're asking me to name the records, but you're not letting me name the records. So you're gonna
let Sean name the records because I know you know 5 records. I want Sean to name 5 off 18th Letter.
This is not my.
Guess who's back? Produced by. Hold on.
You're just there for support.
Hold on. Guess who's back? Which was the first single produced by Clark Kent, who was also
that was hard. I love that record.
So I just gave you 4, and for me, I would say The Mystery, Who Is God, would be my number 5.
That's a dope record.
So AG, why don't you name?
So name me 5 records on Mr. Morale that's fucking with those 5 records that I named.
I make it easy for you.
No.
Just do 3.
You asked me to name 5 records. Right. No,
exactly.
No, Sean. He asked me to name 5 records on the 18th Letter.
I'm telling you,
I want you to name 5 records on Mr. Morale, and look how fucking crazy you sound. No, listen to how fucking crazy you're about to sound. Putting those 5 records against 5 Rakim records.
Rewind the tape. When did I ever say I was a big fan of Mr. Morale? Because y'all hyping up the 18th Letter. When did I say I was a big fan of Mr. Morale?
It's way better. No, you're saying that the albums are comparable. I'm saying name those 5 songs, and I'm going to tell you that it's not comparable.
Name 5.
Stop it. I said. Y'all moving the goalpost. Because I said, listen.
Name 5.
Because I said y'all are not holding Rod to the same standard that y'all holding Kendrick to.
Now name the 5 records.
Name 5.
I'm not. I don't listen to Mr. Morale like that. I'm telling you that.
Then what are we talking about?
So hold on.
I don't listen to 18th Letter like that either. When was the last time y'all played 18th Letter? Be for real. We gotta start telling the truth about our legends, bro. For real.
If I can remember 5 records off the top of my head from when that album came out when I was 15 going on 16 years old, it literally came out right before I turned 16, and you can't remember 5 songs from 2 years ago, and you're sitting up here trying to make a comparative analysis.
Y'all are changing the argument.
No, you said that those albums were close.
You said you love 18th Letter. Did you not? Did you not?
You just said that Mr. Morale and the 18th Letter were close. Now you're going to name 5 records and prove it.
Rewind the tape. I said the 18th Letter had better individual records, but as an overall project, they're comparable. That's what I said.
5 of the fucking 13 songs on the album. Name 5 of the fucking.
What was the rest of them like, Coop? What was the rest of them like?
Hold on. The 18th Letter intro is hard too. The intro to the album is hard too. So is Stay a While, which was
does anybody talk about the 18th Letter other than you, Coop?
Name 5. Name 5, Adriel.
I don't like Mr. Morale like that. I keep trying to tell y'all.
That's all I'm saying. Listen.
No. Hold on. Y'all are turning this into a Mr. Morale versus 18th Letter argument, which it is not.
You did.
You brought up the 5-year break. What were the albums after the 5-year break?
Yeah.
It don't matter. What was the albums like? You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter when you brought it up. You brought up the 5-year break.
You got to hold it to the same standard. You got to hold them to the same standard. You didn't drop Rakim on your list.
Hold on. You're missing.
Did you drop Rakim? Did you drop Rakim when he came back?
Huh?
Because the 18th Letter is not on the level of his 4 albums with Eric B. Is it not?
No, it's not.
Okay, so did you drop his status in?
Actually, to be honest with you, I think it and Don't Sweat the Technique are actually comparable albums because Don't Sweat the worst. Don't Sweat the Technique was the worst of the 4 with Eric B. Yes, but at the same time, The Begins is better than everything on Don't Sweat the Technique.
But did you drop Rod's status based on the merit of what he was putting at, or just other dudes past him, namely like Big, Jay, Nas, or Pac? Or did you drop Rakim like, yo, Rakim been gone for 5 years and he came out with an okay project, so I'm gonna drop him down on my list? That's not based on the merit of what Rakim's doing. That's based on other people passing them up. You saying Kendrick needs to be dropped down based on taking that 5-year break and then coming out with an equality with a project that's not as quality.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he
needs that's to what you've been saying.
I'm saying he doesn't need to be as high as he has been to begin with. I said that this guy is a top 10 MC all time based on the trajectory of when Damn was last released. Since then, he has not kept up that trajectory. So the slide has to do with him not keeping pace with the trajectory. Not that he's not deserving.
Neither was Rakim. That's what I'm saying. If you say he was the greatest when he left.
So listen to what I'm saying when I say this. Kendrick's trajectory when Damn got released was creeping into the top 10. When Rakim left, he was number 1. Those slides are not created equally, sir, as in Rakim may have slid, but he slid from like 1 to like 3, 4, or 5. Kendrick has slid from like 10 to 15. So I have been accurate with the slide because where I hold Rakim right now personally on my list is behind Nas, objectively, behind Jay, objectively, behind Pac, objectively, and so I have him at number 4. So he did slide 3 places objectively,
but it's most of that merit.
Same slide that I've given to Kendrick because I had Kendrick at around 11 or 12, and right now it's looking more like 15, 16. So but is that merit based on more so Rakim coming back and not being up to par, or what Jay-Z, Nas, and Big and all them were doing themselves? Can I tell you the truth?
Of course,
I remember exactly where I was because I bought the 18th letter in volume 1 on the same day, and I listened to the 18th letter first because I was more excited about Rakim coming back than Jay's second album. As soon as I listened to 1,000,001 Question, I was like, it's a new day.
You can hear the difference. You can hear the difference.
You can hear the difference. That's how the rap game goes. But Rakim was good enough with the 18th letter that he was walking around and he was still in the conversation with Nas and Big and Jay and KRS for greatest MC of all time. He was still in that conversation because of you could hear the high level of lyricism still being exhibited on the 18th letter. The thing that has made Kendrick great is his album making ability. He just made a bad album. Not one song on Mr. Morale is one of his top 20 or 30 songs. There is some top 20, 30
But we got to keep it a buck. Our favorite Nas made Nostradamus. Like, what are we doing? Like, we got to keep it a buck. The 5-year break adds to that. Nostradamus is better. I agree with that. But I'm asking you a question though. So you're saying it's the combination of the 5-year break, and then when you come back, you don't deliver something even close to being up on par with what you delivered before.
Listen, how about this? It's literally like somebody who's batting 330, 340 for their career, coming back and batting 270. It's like, where's the motherfucker that's batting 330, 340? Like, where's that guy at? It's like, did you?
But I don't think I don't think the album is bad enough to drop him like 5 slots based off that one album alone. That's crazy to me.
It's not just the one album. It's been 7 years since you sounded great consistently. Yeah. Rakim still sounds great on the 18th letter, Adriel. Kendrick doesn't sound great on Mr. Morale. That's what I'm saying. Rakim still sounds great on the 18th letter. The saga begins. My eyes is a photography lens. Properly show gems and properly push pins and show qualities of gems. The horrors be grim. But maybe tomorrow we win if we count all the dollars and keep track. No, it's not the same thing.
It wasn't a drop off. Lyrically, he didn't drop off.
Lyrically, he didn't drop off. He just wasn't in tune, and he wasn't his touch. His best days had passed him by. But lyrically, he was still.
And the soundscape.
How about this?
Soundscape played a factor.
Lyrically, if we're talking lyrically, the only guys lyrically that had proven that they had passed him by 1997 were Jay and Nas. If we're just talking lyrically, as far as past him,
by 96, Nas had passed him.
That's what I'm saying. So it was written in like 96, 97. Hov were the only guys lyrically better than Rakim after a 5-year break. Like, dude, there's a slew of guys that's been out rapping Kendrick for the last 7 years. A slew.